Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist, and here are the headlines while we were away. At about 1:20 p.m. Eastern, CME Group did announce that Globex metals and natural gas, both futures and options market had been halted. The Globex metals and futures and options remain halted. Natural gas futures and options did reopen at 150, so that was down for about half an hour or so. Again, metals are still closed. All day orders and GTDs, this is a good till canceled, but only for the day orders, will be canceled. All GTC orders that have been acknowledged will remain working. Moving on, we had a 5-year auction. It tailed on demand weakness that was kind of surprising. Generally, we've seen these. Yesterday, we had the 2-year auction that went very well. Then we had the 5-year today was also expected to do well, but it did not. So it's not a wonder yields have edged higher a bit with the 5-year cheapening a bit on the curve. In the end, it tailed by about 0.7 basis points, stopping at 3.615%. Demand was decidedly mediocre, the lowest since July, and well below the 1-year average. Given the tail, dealers were probably happy to scoop up 12.8% of the issue, the highest ratio in 11 months. Indirects 62.5% and directs 24.7%. Moving on, everybody seems to still be talking about Citrini's dystopian AI vision report that we have been talking about yesterday and today. I guess experts from Citadel, Deutsche Bank, AG, Fidelity, Lion Trust Asset Management, JPM, all have come out and said that this thesis is far-fetched at best, with the top White House economist even calling it science fiction. Now, Citrini itself did caution taking the report too literally. In the second sentence of the 700-word Substack post, it really does say what follows is a scenario, not a prediction. But it seems that everybody coming out sort of saying this isn't really going to happen has kind of eased some fears in the markets, as well as, well, at least in the tech sector today that is outperforming all the other sectors, as well as hopes of Nvidia, of course, after the bell at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time today. Well, good news. Global debt surges to $348 trillion with a T as deficit spending rises. This marks the fastest annual increase since the pandemic, as governments ramped up borrowing across advanced and developing economies. Unsurprisingly, China, the U.S., and Europe led the charge. Then we have, remember, we do have Iran meeting with the U.S. tomorrow in Geneva for those nuclear talks. Well, today, the OFAC, the U.S. Department of Treasury, did list a new bout of sanctions on Iran. So they listed over 30 entities, individuals, and vessels, particularly 12 vessels, in kind of a coordinated strike aimed at dismantling the Islamic Republic's shadow fleet operations and weapons procurement networks. So a whole bunch of sanctions went out again today on Iran. We'll see if and how that affects tomorrow's talks at all. But just to know that that did happen ahead of those talks. We have, and last but not least, it's kind of been a slow news day while everybody was clamoring about CME, which is a big deal, but that seems to be at the top of the news wires this morning. But if you are a Samsung user, good news. Samsung unveiled their S26 Ultra, and well, the whole new S26 line. I specifically am looking at the S26 Ultra, but it's got a privacy screen, lighter design, and more AI, which I'm kind of glad. I wanted a thinner phone, so yay! If you're a Samsung user, we got a whole new slew of phones out, as well as last week we had the Trifold come out as well. And with that, I will hand it to Jim for an edge report.
Thank you, Shai. Well, one thing that's not down is the Bitcoin. This is an intraday Bitcoin chart, 10-minute chart. And, ever since about 6:30 this morning, this has just been an incredibly orderly rally. I mean, it just looks like a ladder up a side of a building. I mean, it's just has not slowed down. Maybe a little bit of slowing down right before the U.S. initial balance, but not that right after that bell rang, man, we just kept rolling and rolling. So just kind of looking at this now, we just kind of ripped through Jacks 2, Jacks 3, 1-day max, call resistance at 68,000. R3, and we hit a peak here around 69,645. So just short of the 70,000 mark. A little bit of a downturn right now. So I added a fib line just to kind of look at some possible retracement levels. We have a 23.6% right here at 68,604. And then we have a 38.1%. That's kind of textbook. I don't know if we'll get down there today or not, but that also lines up right with call resistance at 68,000. These glasses aren't working. So again, we got a couple targets maybe for some retracements, but this is looking pretty darn good. Just kind of looking back into a daily candle. We'll take a wider point of view here. Remember this longer term kind of hamburger bun that I have right here that was support at the bottom. I mean, we had resistance and support, really tight range for several days. Well, we spanned it. We went from underwater all the way up to the top of the bun. So whatever the reason, there is risk on for the Bitcoin right now. So that's good to see. Let's keep rolling here. Let's shoot over to the E-mini S&P. Pop up a daily chart as well. So this is just an unbelievable chart. I mean, we literally today alone we tapped that November anchored VWAP, rallied past the yearly open, didn't slow down, rallied past the yearly VWAP in the 61.8% retracement, rallied above into prices above value for the monthly volume profile, and there's no wick at the top of the candle. So this is a really strong bullish move today. Look at the oscillator. The RSI is just really moving up here at 54.15, and it's kind of moving up quickly here. Intraday, let's take a peek here. This is the E-mini S&P 10-minute candle. I have the session VWAP is that white line going across the chart. And you can see ever since we ended that the initial balance, we gained separation between the VWAP and price. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we broke out to the upside again as we speak just a couple minutes ago. So next target's up. There are targets up, believe it or not. We have that R2 level right now. That's part of the daily pivot study. That's at 69.64.5. We have a blind spot right next to it. That's a MenthorQ level, blind spot 2, pretty keen level there, 69.66.75. And then we have that 1-day max, 69.71.75. So this is lots of targets still on the upside, particularly that 1-day max. We'll see if we get there or not. If we do kind of turn around and get some kind of retracement, well, I don't know. I mean, call resistance 69.50 is all I could think of. But really spectacular move here in the E-mini S&P. So let's see, what else could we talk about? We definitely could talk about crude oil right now because that's another market that's kind of been interesting today. Let's go ahead and look at the daily chart here. So we conquered that. All right, we conquered the September high, right? 66.42. In other words, we traded above it. But look, there's no body of a candle. We didn't close above it at all. As a matter of fact, well, maybe you could say this red candle here closed at it, maybe a little bit above it, but that doesn't count. And there's no continuation candles higher than that. And I'm talking about the bodies of the candles. Now we're kind of arcing our way back down a little bit, subtly for sure. We're still at a 65 handle, 65.57. But again, right where my crosshairs is, that's going to be my area of support. 65.16, it lines up with older areas of resistance right now. So So we'll keep an eye on that, even though we tagged it real quickly here. Then RSI is a little bit confused, tangled in love right now. I don't know what to make of it. In 10-minute chart, intraday, selling off that VWAP. This was a beautiful, beautiful setup. I love the setup, especially when you get into the afternoon. We made some lows. We drove down. We kind of walked our way back up. We touched that VWAP right here with this green candle. This is 110 to 120 candle. We closed a little above it even, but there was no continuation buying on the upside. No continuation buying on the upside. Instead, sold off it. So it's a VWAP touch. It was a great signal. It might not be over here. We got a whole bunch of baby candles still coming in. So that up. And one last announcement here. This is just in from Shy. Metals will reopen at 2:31 p.m. East Coast time. So we'll also put it in the chat. We'll keep you posted. They'll be back up and running in approximately, well, I don't know, half hour. Not even a half hour. I don't even know what time it is right now. 20 minutes. All right. Having said all that, let's get into the main event. We have an all-star lineup for trading the close today. We have Salma, Christian trading boxes, and Jack Gleason will be with us in a second. There they are.
There we are.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
You guys all look happy, and look at how happy you guys are. This is the happiest, best-looking group of people that we've run across all day. It's awesome.
Hey, happy Thursdays.
Flattered.
Isn't that Wednesday?
Oh, it is Wednesday.
Yeah.
It is. I get excited, a little excited for the weekend there.
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for being here with what a day today. I know, and Nvidia is coming up here at 4:20 East Coast time. Let's go around the board. I mean, Jack, is this anticipatory? This rally here?
You know, I was thinking we were going to rally out into Nvidia earnings for a very long time, and we've been moving sideways long enough that I think it's just obviously a front run of what's anticipated, and almost always a Nvidia beat. It just at this time matters. I really just think it's a pattern breakout here, being driven by the technicals. I don't actually believe that the earnings were leaked to anybody. But I do think, we broke out of those highs in Nvidia and the NASDAQ, and it's just, we've been going sideways for a real long time. And I think we finally have earnings power, which seems to be the thing that's going to drive actually the market here, because we've just been coming down on some price times earnings ratios and a lot of the tech stocks or software stocks. So Nvidia is going to bring us back to new all-time highs is my theory in the NASDAQ.
There we go. Salma, what are you thinking for this afternoon?
Well, I'm thinking nothing. And I tell you that because Jack is here with 0 positions on, and I think that's got to be a first. Jack is usually in like 2-3 different types of positions. Today, he is completely flat. That is my sign to just sit out and do nothing. And I also think Nvidia earnings are probably going to be a dud. I think it's going to be a nothing burger. It usually is.
All right. Well, we'll get some
I hope I'm
paramedics
wrong,
over to
though.
Jack's house.
I hope I'm wrong, just so that we can break out of this range.
Yeah, no, I think we have that extra hour of trading in the futures markets. It's gonna be wild regardless of what the answer is, for sure. So be careful out there if you guys are trading that. Just be careful. It might be best to walk away, but do what you think is necessary. Christian, what are you thinking for this afternoon?
I do think there's going to be a reaction. I do think that there's a chance we can go higher. We did have the range that we had for the last 2 weeks. We did break out of it, and so far we were able to hold the breakout. You have software that's bouncing, that's putting a failed breakdown of recent lows. You have a lot of the market really leading higher. Semiconductors are moving into new all-time highs. You have the picks and shovels of AI, different sectors within AI, power, infrastructure. They're all leading higher. And right now, this action that we have is just, we had the overnight move, and so far we're just consolidating mostly until we get some earnings. I do see that, we are pretty overbought. So it'd be interesting what happens if we do gap up on positive earnings, being that we're just on hourly and 4 hours so overbought already, that if we maybe have a sell-off tomorrow.
Yeah, interesting. Very, very awesome. Thank you for that, Christian. Before I dip into the chat, though, a couple quick announcements again. I just want to remind everybody, remember, we're NinjaTrader Live is launching their own socials, and they're going to be not only informational, but also entertaining. You'll see these three on there every once in a while, that is for sure. And in celebration of that, we are giving away 3 NinjaTrader desktop platform licenses, and they are there's 5 of them we're giving away. We're going to announce it on Monday. There's a link in the chat if you want to participate and have a chance for those. Just follow. There we go. There it is right there. Feel free to do it. You do get a better commission rate, a lower commission rate with the lifetime license, which could make a big difference, especially if you're doing a lot of spins throughout the day. So feel free to join the giveaway, and Anthony will announce it Monday, right around the corner. The second announcement, again, I want to remind everybody, we have that March Madness Arena Challenge, $20,000 of cash pool awards, 100 winners, $2,000 going to whoever is number one. I'm going to join it. It's going to be a lot of fun. As usual, you get to see yourself on the leaderboard, use the NinjaTrader platforms, and compete against each other. So it's a lot of fun, everybody. It's in the sim account. So if you want, there's a link also in the chat. Just kind of click on that thing and follow the link, and feel free to pop in there. It is free, by the way. I had a couple questions like, is it free? Yeah, it's free. So it's a lot of fun. In any event, having said all that, you guys, I wish you the best of luck to any trades that you may or may not make this afternoon, and I am going to dip in the chat.
Thanks, Jim.
Here.
Jim.
Okay, I did take a short position on the Russell here. Just it looks really good. And I was telling the guys this backstage, like every time I've thought there was a setup today that looked good, it's just been invalidated. I do want to give it a shot again here. The hourly on the Russell looks real good for a reversal back. I'm not looking for too much here, just a couple points. You know, we do have YM also pulling back. So we'll see. I think the Russell's the only one that hasn't made new highs on the day across the 4 indices. So
Well,
yeah.
I'll be below you catching your cover. I got limits in both the YM and the Russell M2K. But man, I have something weird happening on my screen here. This Dow chart on my screen is like maximized pixelated, but so it looks a little weird, my Dow compared to my Russell, because they're, for whatever reason, 2 different sizes, and I have no idea how that happened. I feel like I'd have to restart my platform to figure that out. But limits in 49,433 here for the MYM for me, and 26,626 for the M2K. Going to be patiently waiting. I took some longs earlier this morning. I took a long in the ES overnight, and then during the State of the Union, markets were moving quite a bit. And then that NASDAQ this morning, man, that thing was hard to catch. I think if you were long pre-market, that 9:30 to 10 o'clock move was just one bar up after another, very shallow pullback. So my trades this morning were concentrated in the YM and the Russell, because they got deeper moves back to the settlement of the prior day, filling those gaps and before rotating higher. So I thought they offered a little more two-sided opportunity as far as the indexes, the ES and the NQ. They were just kind of a chase here today, which is fine. That's what the price action calls for, but it's a little harder for me to see a bigger risk-reward ratio when you get those very minimal pullbacks.
Yeah, it's been hard to long, in my opinion. And then you've had to, you know, they've been testing the patience of the bears, right? And I've been tested today because, again, I've just been sitting here waiting for a setup. I see it, I go to take it thinking this is the one, and it's just nope every single time. So I have very little hopes for this. And if this doesn't work out, I'm probably done. And
Yeah.
QES are pushing higher, just nonstop.
Yeah, my man, I mean, even my most aggressive pullback sequence that I look at, the Nasdaq didn't even trade. The ES did, but if we continue with this high and tight price action, I think we're going to 69.71s here into the end of the day for the ES, which is, it's another 10, 11 points from here. But man, the pullbacks here, 2-3 points at a time.
I know, it's been a range for ants.
A range for ants.
You just buy it and hold it.
Not a range for uncles, huh? Just ants.
ANTS. Ants. No unks.
I'm an unk. I think Chris is an unk too.
Yeah,
as far as your classification of the unks. I mean, all an unk means is you got notches under the belt for trading.
You got battle scars.
That's right.
I thought you guys were both much younger than what you are, so for what it's worth, y'all look young.
I put on eye mask before I get on.
I identify as a youngster today.
Every day.
You gotta have some life in you to trade markets. I don't know if I could be like 70 day trading, to be honest. But shout out to all the 70-year-olds out there day trading.
I'm sure there's a lot of them. Or
I
like
know
more
a
than
couple.
what you would think.
Not
Probably-
a lot.
Probably
They would
more
eat-
investors.
Yeah, they transition into higher time frames.
Yeah, higher time frames. The mental bandwidth I think it takes to day trade is just higher than the mental bandwidth to like swing trade.
Can you scalp this uptrend? Absolutely. People can scalp it.
On the 5 second.
Yeah, or the tick chart, or like Leo and those order flow guys, they'll do like a tick chart or volume chart. You can scalp it. You have like a 2-point stop in NQ and partials at 6 points. I mean, that's crazy. My usual stop in NQ is like 25, 35 points. But they'll have a stop 3, 4, 5 points and they're in.
Yeah, that's tighter than I could trade. Not privy to those skills.
You and me both.
All right, how's everybody doing? Chat. 96 likes. Horrible start. We can get those up to 200. 680 of you watching.
We're almost at 190,000 subs here.
Yeah,
That's
you guys
pretty
are
cool.
subscribing. That's awesome.
10K away from the magic 200 number. 1 year of hard work for the NinjaTrader team.
Wait, Chris,
think-
you were here since the beginning, right?
Yeah, it was the very first week.
So what did the channel start at 0 subs or?
No, it had some because of their earlier educational videos on the platform.
Oh, okay. Damn,
I
you're
don't
an
remember what
OG.
that was though. But I mean,
Salma, when did you
easily-
start?
I started when the competition happened in November.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think we started around the same time.
They brought me in after. I'm the latest edition. Chris pressed for me behind the scenes. He's like, bring this homie on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys know each other, right?
Jack was like, yo, can I slip you like 10 grand and you say a word?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten paid yet though.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that. I sent 20 invoices now and somehow
They're not going to
nothing
me.
paid. I think he sent me the wrong address.
No, I think they actually like asked me, but I had a contract with another company earlier last year, and I didn't know what they were doing, and then I saw what they were doing. I was like, all right, you know what, I'll do it. Here I am, waiting for my fills. A year
This
later,
channel was not Deli's. He had his own. Do I think we'll push up into the 421s? At 400, we have the big 410s, 420s. We have a pretty big area in NQ, this was the multi-week support that we were in from December to the start of February. So we're inching our way back to that, to back test it here. I mean, so also we had a really good rejection on what, January 12th? No, February 12th. So that's really what we need to reclaim in order for NQ to see 26,000, which was that multi-week range resistance. This is day one of that 2-week range that we were in, day one breakout. And a move like this across the whole market, I mean, I would be surprised if we come back down and have a big fail breakout. I think Nvidia is either flat to higher.
Yep. No, I mean, I think we're going higher in Nvidia. I mean, I'll tell you what my targets are on the higher time frame. They're all the way up at 229s, but I mean, I think Nvidia, worst case scenario, is a retest to just go higher, but I don't know. I'm in a bull camp for Nvidia earnings, but nothing too crazy. Maybe a move up above 203. Trading 197s right now.
Yeah,
the
if
only
anyone
thing
holds
that's-
any positions, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say the only thing that's not a positive is that Nvidia's are already entering overbought, and the market is on a short time frame too. So have to see what that happens. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, if anyone's gonna hold any trades going into 4 p.m., just anticipate wakey action for sure. Like I wouldn't put it past Nvidia to kind of IV crush everyone, where we're going up, we're going down, and then we end up staying relatively flat. So if you are going to be trading going into the close, just be wary of the volatile action that will come. It will definitely be two ways, both ways on NQ, in my opinion. And then obviously whatever happens from now until the morning with Nvidia is a different story, but I think initial reaction might be just some back and forth.
Are you expecting the turtle out of Nvidia?
What do you mean? Wait.
Do you see it? It's a turtle.
Yeah, I want to pin you so I can see it. Yeah,
Pin
that's
me.
actually cute. Yeah, just so like I can see your camera.
Oh, gotcha. That's reminded to take it slow. Yeah, so the only thing I have up here, the SPX has some big gamma levels here with lots of options at the 6950 level. We're at 6945 in the SPX, so maybe if we get up there, we could stall. Also, the SPY has a lot of options activity at the 693 strike, and we just traded that on the high. So if we are going to slow down here, somebody said, I don't think you're going to get your ES fill. Well, I think I am. But if I don't, we have 2 hours and my fill is 4 points below us. So that's not a big ask. I'm just curious if we can push back up there. VIX really hasn't done much today, which is interesting. The move was really overnight. And so far, the VIX range this morning or during the day, during the RTH session, the VIX futures contract have been in really a very tight range. We haven't even taken out the lows in the VIX that were put in this morning at like 10 o'clock. I don't know what's going on with that, unless I'm like looking at the wrong thing, but take a look at that VIX futures chart. It is going nowhere. So a little premium still baked in here, I guess.
The type of action here that you get like a 1 5-minute, 10-minute sort of drop, and then it bounces right back up.
Yeah.
So like if you don't buy that, let's say you're still waiting upsides.
I think oil is going to finally start breaking down here too. I'm going to be looking at that tomorrow. It took out a 3-day low today, and then next bounce was sold into. So I'll be trading that tomorrow at the open, probably looking for shorts there. Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. I mean, that we're overbought, right? Like, but we're also the first day of like a multi-day breakout. So
Yeah.
I agree we're overbought, but we can stay overbought, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely.
What would be the next? What do we got on Friday? Didn't we have news on Friday? I forgot what it was. CPI or something? Yeah, PPI on Friday. Maybe the next new mover. Hmm. Instruction spending. Creeping.
What news is coming out on Friday?
PPI an hour before the bell, and then
Yeah.
construction spending at 10.
We have unemployment
Yep.
on Thursday, tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Tracy put it in the chat. Personal income, personal spending, PCE, price index, core PCE, GDP. A lot of stuff coming out.
I guess I missed that full list.
Wait, when is that coming out? Jack, what do you use for your information? Forex calendar or investing.com?
Forex calendar, Forex factory calendar.
Yeah.
And then yeah, just for the basic red folder events or red star. And then a guy in my Discord kind of gives me else.
Yeah, Jack, sorry to cut you off. She was looking at the wrong Friday.
I was
So,
gonna
yeah.
say, I was like, oh, it's not on my calendar, but Tracy planning ahead, 2 steps ahead of everybody. Now, if you could tell us what those numbers are gonna be, that'd be great. No, I feel like even if I knew what the numbers were, I still wouldn't understand what's gonna happen to the market.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes we push on like bad numbers and then we dump on good numbers. So it's really
Good
how
news
the
is,
market, yeah,
you know,
how the market digests it.
good news is bad news and bad news is good news. Then sometimes it flips. Does a high ATR bar down affect your limit by? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Like a large average range effect, does it affect my like decision? If I have a limit, unless I cancel that limit. So I guess I don't understand the question. If you want to rephrase it, I'll answer it. It's all right.
ESNQ just won't stop.
We play tic-tac-toe. This is going to be a long close.
Yeah.
We'll take questions from the guests or questions from you guys chat. This is your chance to ask us some questions.
Or just say anything. Keep us entertained. Please.
Are you long?
No position. I was long.
That's how you know the market is cheeks.
You
When
can
Jack's
see
not.
our little boxes there that say no position.
Ooh. Would I rather be stuck in an elevator with Kane or Leo? I'm gonna let Salma answer that one.
Why would I want to answer that?
I think the question was directed to you.
Oh. I don't want to be stuck with either one of them. I don't want to
long
be
as it's
stuck
not merit.
in an elevator. I don't want to be stuck in an elevator, period.
Yeah. I have been stuck in an elevator twice.
Have you actually?
Yeah, once in O'Hare, which was not cool. Got rescued by the fire department. and the other time in my own building.
What are the odds that happens to you twice?
I mean, elevators go down a lot. Depends on how much you take them.
Fair. Okay, that's fair. I don't ever really take them.
Yeah, I got to take them every day. City living, baby. Everything's an elevator. Elevator up, elevator down, just like the markets. It's escalator up, elevator down. That's what they say.
Um, is anyone familiar with paper trading as a beginner trying to navigate around using interactive brokers? Um, Honestly, I know there's a lot of controversy around paper trading. Me personally, I don't think it's good unless you're using it for like the purpose of trying to just learn a platform, or if you're just new to this and you're just trying to see like how things work. But if you're just doing it to like actually, I don't know, trying to get like some trading experience under your belt, I don't think it would do that for you. Because like unless you have real money on the line, then I think it's just paper trading doesn't really help.
See,
You don't have too much emotion when you're paper trading because it's so easy to detach from that because you don't have any money on the line. But like if you were trading something and you cared about that money, then it's a completely different experience. That's my opinion. Again, I think it's great if you're using it to like back test or if you're trying to learn a platform or if you're completely new and you don't know how something moves, for example, then yeah, by all means, paper trade. But long term or like whatever, I don't think it's good. Go ahead, Jack, sorry.
I was just gonna say it depends on like your process of trading. Like, do you have an emotional process of trading? Like, of course, there's always, as a retail trader, if you're clicking the button, there's always some personal input to it. But I think like if you're like truly trying to like build a system and follow a rule set, if you don't have a rule set and you're paper trading without a rule set, then yeah, like you're not gonna get anywhere. But if you have like a very strict rule set and you're just looking for that, which is really hard for traders to develop. I mean, it can take years to develop like a really hardcore strategy. Um, but if you're just trading based, I mean, whatever your strategy is, if you're just trading based on something like I see this, I see that, and like really no definitive plan, then I think it's pretty useless. But if you have a definitive plan, I think it can be useful just to see that that definitive plan plays out to how you do it. But then, of course, you have to follow that definitive plan into live. But I don't think it's useful to lose, hundreds of dollars a day on a real account. Any more useful to do that as a new trader than it is to trade in a demo. It just kind of depends on where you are in your trading career. But to suggest that somebody should just open up a futures account and throw money in it and start trading, I think is a bad idea. You are guaranteed to lose if you have no trading experience.
Well, I think you lose regardless.
Lose regard. Well, then you lose a little slower on paper, right?
Yeah. I was a paper trading millionaire. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how serious you're taking your paper trading versus your live trading. I mean, you can take live trading unserious and you can take paper trading serious. People do both. But, paper trading isn't going to get you anywhere, that's for sure. But if you can execute a rule set on paper trading, and you're not trading because 5-minute bar goes up and you get excited and click market buy, or 5-minute bar goes down, you get sad and click market sell. You got to be really methodical.
I got stopped out on my RTY shorts. Unfortunate.
VIX
What do
just
you
made
have to
a new
do?
low of the day for the first time since like 10 o'clock. Pretty crazy. It made lows at 1975 at 9:50 this morning, and it just went through that low. I like very strange behavior out of the VIX futures.
It's a good analogy. Paper trading is the difference between practicing to play a game versus actually playing the game, like sparring versus fight night. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'd say that's fair as well. But at the same time, you wouldn't go to fight night without sparring.
Yeah, true. This is true. Isn't prop
Talk about
firm
practice.
isn't prop firm trading similar to paper trading? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I mean, if you treat it like it's a joke, then yeah, you're essentially trading and getting no outcome. But if you take prop firm accounts serious, you can get yourself real payouts, and those payouts do amount to real dollars. So yeah, I don't think it's paper trading per se. And you do have a risk. Your risk is whatever you paid for the account.
You also just need to define what is your strategy. If you can't define that, you got some work to do. All right, we have traded the SPX 6950 options level that I have up here. Well, within 8 cents or so. See if we can stall. Ooh. Got a nice deep 4-point pullback in the S&P to buy there. Deep.
4 points from here.
No, I'm just saying like the last pullback was 4 points in the ES.
Oh.
That's an aggressive high and tight. High and tight. I'll tell you what is moving today. Bitcoin back from the dead, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin leading the futures contract list that I watch, up 6.7%, trading up $4,300. That's going to be ATR expansion on the daily.
What is your list? Let's see what I need to
Yeah,
add.
you want me to read through it?
Yeah, actually. I mean,
Okay,
we
so
don't have
I got-
much, we don't have anything
Yeah,
better
yeah.
to do anyway.
You're right. We don't have much better to do. I got the VIX futures, the 6J, the Dixie, which isn't technically a futures contract, but cash symbol DXY, ZN, ZB.
Okay, wait, you're going too fast.
Okay,
Hold on.
sorry. I forgot that people are probably writing this down.
All right, go. Okay.
ZN,
ZNZB.
ZB, CL,
Okay, got that.
6S,
Okay.
6C.
All these currencies.
Yeah, 6E,
Go.
6B, and then YM in Russell, YMRTY.
Right.
Have those down.
Of
ZC,
course.
ZC,
Corn
ES.
futures.
I'll look at them now and then. I don't trade them often, but
I actually follow someone who does, like on Twitter. Just straight up corn. Corn,
and then,
wheat.
yeah, HG. I really do like copper. Copper is a good market, and the tick size is the same as ES. So it's like the risk isn't that high relative to the ES. 6A, it's the Aussie dollar. Gold, I'm sure you have that one. GC.
Yep.
NASDAQ, Nat Gas, And then I actually watched the Japanese futures markets, the NKD, which is up 2 point almost 3% here on the day, up freaking $1,600. Huge breakout in the NKD today. The Japanese futures market hitting a all-time high. But that market, the NKD, if you guys want to pull that chart up, I mean, that has been way outperforming our indexes. Let's see, trying to think from the April low. I mean, last year it finished up 70%, but from the April low of last year, that index is almost doubled. That index is extremely strong. And then I have all of the silver variations, SIL, QI, which I'm normally, if I am trading, that's SIL. And then finally, the last one is Bitcoin. I don't use TradingView, so Salma, you'll have to get that from her. She'll put it in.
Oh, I just did it. I can share with you guys if you want.
Oh yeah, share that. They'll like that. Wait, but
Yeah.
before you share it, gotta get those likes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Drop the likes and I'll drop the link for the watch list. I will say though, my on my watch list, I have the current contract. You guys can change that as you'd like, but yeah, let me share this.
Let's get to we got a nice bounce in likes. So if you can get to 200, I think she'll share it.
Oh, that's 200 is a low ask right now.
Oh, it's already at that. 250.
Dude, I have someone in my Discord server who said, "Swing me that list when Jack is done talking." Pump up those likes.
Yeah, tell everybody in your group, like it up.
So they know.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you once we get to 250, she'll drop the list. And if we get to 300, I'll drop how I look at the list, how I determine what to trade on the list.
Let's go.
I'll give you a little, what do they call that? Alpha. Little alpha.
The sauce.
Proprietary alpha.
The sauce.
The sauce.
Gotta make the gravy. Bro. You guys will get it. We'll get to 300. You just gotta stick around, watch this boring market with us. If I'm working, you're working.
Yeah, there's 800 viewers. Come on. You can get to
I'm working,
300.
you're working.
It's funny.
Pullback is for ants.
Dude, there's a whole day. Just close the market already. Give me a break.
I got nothing to do but go to the gym and make myself a nice fish fry tonight. Home caught. Oh.
Wait, Salma, how's the weather over there?
Dude,
they got you blocked.
You can't even go out, huh?
No, I can. The roads are all clean and stuff now. But it actually snowed this morning too, and it's just like, can we catch a break? Can we actually catch a break?
I know one thing you didn't do was sign up to shovel snow.
No, I definitely did not. I also I'm not in the city, but yeah. That's actually, in my opinion, that's a great opportunity for someone who needs the cash and
oh, totally.
yeah. It's a great way to get the community going.
Hustle the driveways when I was a kid. Knock on the neighbor's door, break my back.
It was like $30 an hour in New York City. And it's open to anyone. It was just like, just come sign up. And you get your $30.
$30 what, an hour to
just come out and shovel. They're just like, they needed people to shovel. I think that was great. I think it was like 12-hour shifts too. Like people are just doing 12-hour shifts.
ES is so much stronger than it's because of RTY. Look at this thing. Oh, is RTY gonna break out?
It's the only one that hasn't made a new high on the day. All right, guys.
Got just nine small caps.
We were joking about the 250 likes, but you guys got us there. I'm gonna have production drop the link in the chat for any TradingView users. You guys can check out the watch list. And there it is.
Boom. All right. 50 more, and I'm going to tell you how I use it.
Jack.
Gotta get can't just give it away without any participation back from the chat. We gotta, if I'm working, you're working.
Just slow grind up here. All you had to do today was long the open, go back to sleep, come back now, and you'd be in deep profits. Yeah, it's named Futes. Yeah, sorry. It's my watch list, guys. Just let it be.
It's Salma's now.
No, but so it was my watch list from before. I just added some of the ones that you named. That's funny.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about the name of it.
Foots. Salma Foots.
Futes, just like futures.
Like Foots.
Yeah.
Kind of blue collar jobs. Actually, you know what? I own the domain No Collar Job, which I thought was a clever take on blue collar versus white collar, like trading's no collar.
Jack, only you would think of that.
I don't have a collar on. Does anybody here have a collar on? Chris, no. You gotta wear a collar. Blue collar jobs. I mean, I never worked in a factory, but mowed lawns, plowed snow. I mean, is like working in a restaurant considered blue collar?
If it is, then yeah, I've had one of those.
Yeah, worked in restaurants.
I was a waitress for many, many years.
Pizza delivery driver. That was a fun one. Show up with that pizza. Yeah, the situations you run into as a pizza delivery driver are quite entertaining.
How long did it take you guys to trust your long entries, and can you tell when to get off? I'm just gonna assume you're talking about entries in general and like how to exit. I think it's all just based off of the chart and being able to do your own like technical analysis. Like Jack was saying before, you need to have a strategy, some type of edge. And I think confidence comes from, the more you implement that edge, the more you stick to your strategy, your rules, then the more confident you'll get in your setups. It's not rocket science. It just takes a lot of time, a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
What is you guys' trading type? I don't swing. I'm always day trading. The only thing I swing is just like long-term options.
Yeah, I'd say I'm primarily a day trader. I'm flat on close unless I mean, there is some markets I will swing, but they're not the markets that I'm day trading. Like I'll swing Bitcoin, I'll swing the NKD, I'll swing markets that I don't day trade. I think it's that just helps me separate the bias. And that's why I look at that larger list of markets. I mean, the indexes are moving enough today where I can just focus on them. But right now there's not a whole lot going on, but I'm kind of already at my daily goal. So I'm not too eager here. But yeah, I mean, as far as the strategy, I think every strategy should have a way to determine price, so your entry level, a momentum factor on how long you want to hold the trade, and a time factor on how long you want to be in the trade. I think the best strategies have a combination of those. And then, of course, risk control, which, is pretty much blanket across any strategy. But I think if you can figure out something to apply to each one of those, a reason to get in based on price, whatever you're using, volume profile, market order, flow, boxes, previous high, previous low, whatever, or any of those in combination, that's your way you're getting your price entry. Then from there, you have a momentum factor. How quickly is it moving your way? How far is it moving your way? How fast is it moving your way? Or same thing against you to determine what you want to do with the trade. But that's something I'm kind of calculating every time I get in the trade. Wait, Salma, it's your birthday? Are we getting trolled right?
No, he's trolling. My birthday was last month. He's trolling though, but I'll take it. What about you, Chris? What type of trader are you?
I don't scalp. I call myself an hourly trend trader with a 2 or 5 minute entry model for futures. So I'm entering on those lower time frames to capture the higher time frame move. And then I swing trade stocks, futures, when the market's doing well. That's it. Stocks and futures. What do I think
Let's
for the
go.
close? More chop for the close. I mean, the closer we get to the end, the less movement we probably get. I mean, I can't even zoom in on the Ninja platform to look at the price action. I'm zoomed in as far as I can, and I can't go in deeper. That tells you how little this price, the movement is here. Once you're trading a 30-second chart. But at that point, your size is just 5 times bigger in order to make up for that difference in the spread. It's not worth it.
Should we just buy highs and tight stop? It's about their only trade there is right now.
I think the best trade after that morning run was that pullback into 260s, which was a little bit right above the 50% of that IB high low.
Yep.
Right there. That was your pullback.
Yeah, I was looking for, I had a limit at 254. No fill. 10 points above it. Just kind of been watching it since. But I was playing the weak ones this morning, which was fine. The YM and the Russell. I don't trade options. Got enough going on with what I'm doing. I will rarely trade leaps in only long calls. Or maybe a call spread. But the last company I did that in was ASTS. And that was last year, and that was a boomer of a trade. Stock went from my entry was around $15 and it went all the way up to 120.
Well, thanks for telling us,
Yeah.
letting us know.
Got to get on my stock pick list. No, I only pick a few stocks a year. The one I'm watching now is IRBX, which is a cancer research drug.
It's been getting a boatload of flow lately.
Yeah, my next entry on that is 775. So if we get back to 775, I'll
IRVX.
IBRX.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a big move.
Yeah, I just hit some targets that I had from that last consolidation around $6, and I offloaded my position, but I'm looking to re-enter around 775 if we can get it. it's going to be volatile for a while. And I like stocks that look like that. Those low floaters, man, nothing was crazier than 2021. There was a million stocks that looked like that.
We have Apple is dropping right now. See if we can get some type of move here. Chat, what else? Keep the questions coming. Say something. What do you want us to talk about?
Apple, what a beast of a company.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
Zero
When you-
innovation in the past couple of years.
I mean, it's still a beast of a company.
Same for, I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, I love my Apple products. I don't think I can ever switch to anything non-Apple.
Well,
But
that's
we've just been
exactly why
getting the
they're a great
same.
company. They
Yeah,
got
but
you
we've just been getting the
stuck.
same.
They're
the
more concerned
same-
about keeping you in the ecosystem. They're an asset gatherer. It's like it's the difference between a mutual fund and a mutual fund and an active manager. They just want to keep you there, and they just want to keep you there and collect the fee.
You know what? And they'll always have a customer in me, that's for sure. But
Yeah, uranium looks really good. Had a
What's the-
breakout yesterday, consolidating now.
When are we going to get it? Do we have uranium futures? I feel like no way, but
I don't think so. Platinum also busted out.
PL.
Yeah, you see that move today?
Oh man. Wow. It's so thin. Actually, how thin is it? I don't trade it. It's actually not too thin. It used to be thinner, I feel.
Well, yeah, it's because right now metals have been hot. But before all the hype, yeah, platinum was not
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, I've looked at it. Last time I honestly looked at it was a couple of years ago, and it was not it was way more thin than it is now. I just looked at the book. Not the big ones. What are the big ones? The big ones, the indexes? I would say Bitcoin if it's not the big one. I really
Big
like the
metals?
action. I think he's just asking like futures contracts in general besides like the average ones we trade or the average ones we see on the stream. My orders are going to be canceled here shortly. That is not coming in.
Just when
wait,
you think
what was the question?
What are some of the things you like to trade besides the big ones, meaning like besides the indexes or look at?
That's about it for me. I used to dabble in gold, but not anymore.
I like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's a really technical market. It's got great range. It's got a micro. It's got reasonable sizing so you can size its position appropriately. The big contract is massive. It's 5 Bitcoin. So a one single lot today is about almost a $50,000 move, but it's kind of big.
It's the Bitcoin.
oh,
It's the Bitcoin.
what's the dollar per point for the micro?
I think it's 10.
$10. $10.
I don't quote me on that. I honestly, I always trade it in multiples. I'm usually trading. All I know is, yeah, it must be because like all I know is with 10 micros is one full Bitcoin. So $1,000 move in Bitcoin with 10 micros, which is usually how big I trade it with 10 micros, is $1,000. So
Jim says 50 cents.
yeah, it's 50 cents. I'm thinking
Per point. So, oh, because it's 68, 97, and 90 cents. So per cent, it's 50 cents. So a dollar
yeah, it's
would
so
be
it's
$5.
yeah. So it's 10 cents per dollar, but per tick 50 cents. It's
Oh, okay.
$5 increments. A little confusing.
10 cents per dollar.
$0.10 per dollar with a minimum $5 tick value. So, but with that, I mean, with that, you can trade it on almost any size, any appropriate size account.
What's your average size in it?
10 contracts, 10 to 15.
And this is the micros, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, not 10 to 15 big boys. I was telling Jim the other day, don't exceed 30, because I exceeded 30 contracts a few years ago and I got hit up by the CFTC, I think. And they're like, they made me register as a large futures contract trader. I was like, what? I was like, it's not even big. And I had to like do all of this paperwork. So don't trade more than 30 contracts.
Looks like we're starting to move here a little bit.
Just when you think
Guys,
it's
this
starting to get
range-
weak, bounces
this
right
range-
back up.
Dude, this range is so small that I'm excited about a 5-point move on the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
We're moving, guys. Yeah, this is the type of I would be laying on my couch right now if I wasn't streaming. Just
Yeah,
laying
this is
on
how it was yesterday too.
That's the best thing about limit order trading now, because I like trust my limits. I'll just put a limit in, turn my audio sound on, and then just wait till I hear that order filled, and I'll just watch TV. Checking the markets every 25 minutes. The ATR that I have in the NASDAQ is, and this is multiplied by 1.5, is 13. 13. So that means it's like 9. 9 points on average. And the ES is right around like just over 2 points every 5 minutes. If you like snails and escargot, this is your pace. You
This is
can't have
horrible.
fun every day.
This is true though. This is true.
This is news to me. Is escargot the cure for insomnia? Learn something new every day. No, these markets are.
Dude, they just gotcha everybody. They hit them with a gotcha.
We're almost at 300 likes, so I can tell everyone how I use my watch list.
You trade stocks and coin now? That way it's
Guys,
up a
please
lot?
pump those likes up so Jack can run you guys through how he uses that watch list.
The alpha.
You got to pump it up.
You're asking for it. I think it's time for pineapple sunglasses.
You got to pump it up.
What are those sunglasses and what does it mean?
Hold on, my camera's tweaking. Come on, reset. It doesn't mean anything. Damn it. Hold on. My camera follows me, and so it reset here. Hold on. All right, production, give me the business doc while I fix this, please.
Bro, only Jack.
It's having a seizure.
Only Jack. Bro, can they hear you right now? Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Oh God.
We just seeing this little rotation back and forth between ES and NQ. Big day for NQ.
It's huge. It's a day full of divergences too. Just bro, Jack, I had to stop myself from laughing.
We're back. Got these at a concert.
What concert?
Peggy Gao.
Who?
You probably heard her song before. Peggy Gou. Peggy Gao. Gou. She has like a really famous. She, like one of her songs. It goes like na 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 around the world.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I love that song actually.
So she is like a remix of it. I don't think that's like the one that just plays the original, but yeah. But you've heard her song if you just look up Peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was ripping it at the concert with these glasses on. And now they made it to my trade desk. But okay, what were we talking about before that? I got all confused.
You were gonna run us through your watch list and how
yeah, the watch list. I guess we're now at 300 likes. So what I do, and I actually have it on a separate computer, so it's not something I'll just walk you through it. But so once I have that watch list, I'm always paying attention to, just glancing over during the day, what the percentage changes. And that's how I gauge which market is strong and which is weak. So I have them separated by 3 different ways to calculate percentage change. So I look at the percentage change on the day. So the day today, the VIX is the weakest. It's down 3%. And Bitcoin is the strongest, followed up by silver, then the Nikkei, and then Nat Gas, then the NASDAQ. One thing I'm always watching, especially in the indexes, is which index performed the best yesterday. Or the weakest yesterday. So like, let's say, today, right now, the weakest market from the indexes on a percentage change basis is the Dow. So tomorrow, if we're weak, I'm going to be looking for shorts, maybe in the Dow first, because the Dow is a little weaker. Now, that's not always the case, but just paying attention to where we are on a percentage change basis is really helpful for me. And then I also watch it not only on the 1-day percentage change basis, but a 5-day and a 20-day as well. So I'll scan what the 5-day percentage change is of any different instrument. And that really just helps me. Like I love going long. I love trading longs to new all-time highs. And if I'm going long something right now, silver is up 20% in the last 5 days, 4% here today. That's probably a good market if you want to buy pullbacks looking for new highs. And then there really isn't a whole lot that's been weak over the last 5 days, but on a 20-day basis, let's see here. I'm pulling it up. On a 20-day basis, Bitcoin is actually the weakest. On a 20-day basis, Bitcoin is down to 23%. And the Nikkei is the strongest, the NKD, up 10% over the last 20 days. So once I have my watch list, I'm just scanning based on percentage change, what's strong, what's weak. And then I'm looking for, once I have that list in the back of my head of, hey, what markets are strong, what markets are weak, I'm creating alerts at support resistance levels of higher timeframes. And if they trade, I'll shift to that market. No, they're just, I'm not on that pineapple life and I don't have a wife, but yeah, these are just fun glasses. Nothing more. Have I tried algo trading? I actually have automated programs that I run, but they're separate from what I do on a day trading basis. So yeah, thanks for coming. Any more questions on that? Let me know.
All right, Chris, you're up. Someone wants you
Well,
to talk about
up?
acceptance.
We don't have any of that here. We did have it in this morning when ES got above prior week high, 69.31 or so.
I think they need
back-
to full screen you.
Yeah. Now I can move this to the right. When ES got above prior week high, which it was at 69.31, right? Something like this. We reclaimed it, we back tested it, created a wedge structure here. Well, that's not what I want. Created a wedge though, consolidated, failed breakdown right here. But it's information right here telling you that, hey, we're holding prior week high, right? So if you were expecting a larger pullback, like I can imagine a lot of people were shorting here because thinking, hey, we're in a range, we just took out prior week high, we're going to flip back down. Well, I was looking at the other way. I was saying, well, we're breaking out. This is day one of a 2-week consolidation. Where's first support? So you identify that, hey, prior week high is a key level. I have 69.30 as some sort of pivot there as well. So you add those two together, and then you look to see if we hold that. And for somebody like me who's a trend follower, I want to look at acceptance to help me know that we are holding a level instead of continuing lower, right, from this rejection attempt up here. So we rejected from here. We moved in lower. Sellers moved in lower. And then on the third attempt lower, meaning, we tested this support 3 times. Guess what? We reversed. We broke out of this consolidation, this wedging structure, confirmed that we were holding prior week high, acceptance of that level. And then again, from a trend following perspective, you had a new trend from here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows all day. So whenever you're thinking, hey, we're going to go back to a big level, or, especially on day one of a possible breakout, like you have to say, no, what's the most immediate support that can be tested, held, and if it holds, can we rally from there and trend the rest of either the morning or the day? And this is a perfect example of that. That became your IB morning low, and then you rallied up higher. Then you want to say, well, how can I know that we're going to continue higher? Well, this was an area of resistance here around 69.40s. Once we reclaimed it, we never back tested it. So your entry was never challenged. There was literally nothing telling you, hey, this uptrend attempt might fail and we're going to move back down. And then you say, okay, how can I continue to hold my trade that I have from the morning? Like holding partials like I do. So you then look at the next pivot, which is the morning highs. Can we form acceptance above there? Well, what happens when we reclaimed it here 2 hours after the open? Hey, does this not look like a consolidation or wedging structure that I share a lot? Yeah, and this is your next area of acceptance here later in the day as the trend continues. And so you have this wedging structure, you have this consolidation, this resting period. This is where sellers try to bring it back down. They failed. Guess what? You have another failed breakdown here, another failed breakdown here. That creates the wedging structure. That is a visual confirmation that we are holding above the morning high, the IB high, and therefore you position yourself towards new highs as long as that holds. And that's literally a combination of trend following 101. You're holding above last resistance area, last swing highs. You're now moving back down. That's literally telling you that buyers are stepping up from down here, and then here. And it's the same thing over and over again. So when you get a structure like this where you're just following the trend all day, I'm not looking to short that. I want to buy pullbacks because all day you've just had confirmation that buyers are in control. And, there are times where shorts will work, and we've been in a multi-month range and shorts at resistance have worked. But on day one, day two of breakout, shorting is going to have a lower probability. And maybe you do make a winning trade, and maybe you risk one and make 2 or 3. But you can see that in these days, you'll risk one and you'll make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's my spiel on acceptance today, guys.
You do have a follow-up question.
What is this?
How can you tell if there is acceptance without considering volume? Low volume should not mean acceptance, right?
It not to me. I mean, maybe you've read that somewhere. I have not read that anywhere. Like, don't trust a low volume uptrend. Are you making money in that uptrend or not? Right? Who cares about the volume? You follow your process, your system that tells you, hey, your entry parameters have been met, and you execute. Acceptance is however you want to define it. I define it as a wedging structure in alignment with the higher time frame trend. That's all I need to know. The volume, it can be insignificant. It is a low volume day, but yeah, almost all gains in the market come from lower average volume. Yeah, that's one of the greatest myths for me. Don't trust a low volume uptrend. Why does that matter? An algorithm is not, if an algorithm you design it to create a buy and sell orders, it buys it based on what it triggered. But yeah, to me, maybe you define acceptance as something else. I know the order flow guys do it differently. I know, that's the most real way is acceptance. Okay, it's time. Time equals acceptance. Time above or at a key level is acceptance of resistance. Now, what is the structure for me to then show that the time spent there is acceptance? So to me, that's a wedging structure, which means, so if we go down more granular into my own strategy, the breakout from here produced a series of higher highs, higher lows. And some of you guys may know already, but I talk about this a lot, but 80% of the time, the trend from a breakout ends around the second higher high. You can see that we made it here. We pulled back into the 9 MA. We created a second higher low. We attempted to make a new higher high. That failed, and then price moved back down to the 20 EMA cloud. So the initial uptrend from this breakout ended. Price then moved down into the 20 EMA cloud. Okay. Created the wedging structure, which is a period where a 9 MA trend ends. This is an uptrend with the black line. When the 9 MA is flat, that means no trend. And no trend means a series of higher lows against the swing low and lower highs against the swing high. And the time equals acceptance. It's the wedging structure because there's no trend at that time. And then when a new trend starts, you have a new directional 9 MA move higher or lower, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Plenty of times we've seen a grind up on low volume, and today's a perfect example of that. So yeah, I don't think volume is necessarily the end all be all when making your decisions on whether or not something is acceptance. But we're starting to see a little bit of pullback here on the NASDAQ. Let me put this, turn it over.
I think the only area where volume matters are in breakouts for like stocks. You want really good volume follow through higher, in a stock. But in indices, you don't need volume in indices. All right. Well, I'll buy a pullback if we get a healthy one.
Define healthy, Chris. It's a well-eaten back.
It has 2 kidneys.
Personal.
At least you can joke about it.
Oh my
Chris.
goodness.
I have to finish
Oh, yeah.
that interview. I started it and then I never got back to it.
You got bored of it, huh?
No, honestly, no. And there are people in the chat here that can tell you that I don't do too well with like long form videos. 5 minutes in, non-existent ADHD kicks in, and then I just can't sit there and watch anymore. But yours was very interesting. I think I just got like sidetracked, and then yeah, kind of got hidden in my like YouTube history. Never went back to it.
Yeah, it's at least 5 years old.
Yeah, I don't know how I came across that. It might have been just like, do you have it like pinned in your Twitter or something?
No?
How did I come across that? I don't know, but guys, Chris does have an interview about basically his entire life. You guys should all go watch it.
Yeah, it's with Chat with Traders. I've done 3 with them now.
Wow, you've done 3 with Chat with Traders. I didn't even know they were still producing content.
Yeah, they reached out, I think 2021.
When was your last episode with them?
Last year we did like a follow-up because it's funny, not funny enough, but when we did the first one, it was when I was really sick and I was like about to start dialysis, and I was going to start a kidney transplant waiting list. And so when we recorded it a month before my transplant, when they posted it, it was right after my kidney transplant. So this latest one last year was just a follow-up on trading in life after a kidney transplant.
Cool.
Tracy has one too, she says. I'll have to watch these guys.
Oh yeah, I didn't know Tracy was on Chat with Traders. I'm gonna have to watch that. I have seen yours, Chris. Is Aaron still doing it, or because I know you had a girl in there before, or is she taking over?
No, it's the girl.
12 years ago. Wow.
That's when Aaron was running it for sure.
I was
12
gonna
years ago.
say, like, that's so crazy because obviously, he's not. I don't think they're really the biggest anymore. That other one is.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, the only podcast I've ever done is actually I interviewed Umar in 2017 before he blew up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Umar's awesome.
Yeah, cool guy.
Good people, yeah.
But it's
For what network?
such terrible quality. I don't even know where that video is.
Just like privately for your group or for a network?
Yeah, well, I mean, I put it on YouTube at the time, but he didn't really have the following he does now, and it was on a channel of that company I sold. So I don't even know if it still exists out there, but I have it saved somewhere. But it was just I didn't have any. I had like a camera, and we were in a hotel room, and like the lighting was terrible, and the audio quality was bad. Like,
Yo, that sounds like a different kind of.
yeah, exactly.
Yo. What is going on?
It was dark. I'm dead. No, nothing scandalous happened. Outside the same day I did meet Ty Lopez, which is hilarious, but I'm crying under these sunglasses. You have to check out Tracy's Chat with Traders.
Yeah, find it and then
That
send
was
it
the
to me.
pullback for ES, for NQ at least.
Well,
I might
the
get
Russell's
it
still
filled here.
dropping.
Yeah, no, I got my order down at 64s in the Russell.
You guys gonna take a trade with 30 minutes left? If you guys are gonna do it, I'll do it too.
If you're doing it, I'll do it. Cool kids are doing it. It's called peer pressure, trading style. I mean, I've had this limit here since we got on. The Valley, as in California? Do not. do not live in California.
How do you know the valley in California?
Well, that's what they refer to the valley as a part of California.
Chris has somebody fanboying, I should say.
It's been a bit since I fanboyed. Love you like a brother, my man. Thanks for all this because you had taught me for almost a year. Hey, Larry. What do you look like?
Is Larry cute? Chris,
I
are you
appreciate
getting
it,
that
Larry.
thing?
I'm glad that what I share helps. It helped me. You know, I don't have to go into my whole story if you have heard of it, but changed my life.
No, please
and
tell us.
I'm
We have
glad.
30 minutes to kill.
There's already interviews on there. You can't even sit through the whole interview, so I don't want to bore you to death right now.
Well, I'll have no choice this time, so you can actually take
Contractually
advantage.
obligated to sit through it. I've seen a thing or two. No, you know what's crazy is right before I went to sleep on the surgery table, the surgeon showed me the kidney that he was going to put in me.
Oh,
Bro, why
wow.
would they do that? Why would they do
He
that?
took it out of the cooler thing that they have it in. And he was just literally showing me, walking me through it.
Have you ever met anybody from the family of the person who donated the kidney?
No, that they're in NorCal, and you don't really get their information,
Yeah.
or they don't get your information because you know, some emotional decisions could happen.
Yeah, they might want it back.
Yeah, but you could write a letter.
Okay, that's cool.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those like heartwarming videos, you know, on social media where
I mean, yeah, I would love to, you know, hug them and tell them thank you.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm an organ donor. Sign up if you're not. We're gonna have the NinjaTrader is gonna drop a link to sign up for donating. Just kidding. And we have a Bezos stock. Quack. All right, we'll see if we come down, guys. Finally got some action for you, but you know what? Trading is patience. Didn't want to chase up there. Know where I want to be a buyer. 2664 here in the Russell.
Oh,
You know,
it's
these
coming.
other indexes are coming down here as well. It definitely should pick up here in the last 30 minutes.
What are we buying?
But be careful into the close. Obviously, with Nvidia, you know, you're probably going to want your positions closed unless you're a lunatic and or swinging. We're going to zip 100 plus points probably each direction before getting a continuation. And then tomorrow there'll be another trade that's safer.
Yeah, if you guys think just long term, execute when things are clear, high probability setups, you don't, you know, you have the power, you have the ability to not trade something that is not there. You're not forced to take trades. It's a super long-term game.
Absolutely. You can't play at the table if you don't have any chips. So there's no reason to gamble.
Silver just dumped. Oh yeah, what happened there? Give me a pullback in copper names, miners specifically. Yeah, give me a pullback. It's coming. I'm gonna buy those up.
What's your latest addition to your long-term or swing portfolio, Chris? What stock?
I mean, I've been heavy in cash because the market has been brutal the last few months.
How about
Best
John
name.
Deere? Been watching
Oh
that
yeah,
one?
look at that. Had a good earnings gap up.
Yeah.
Oh, it just gave it back up. Give it all back. Wow.
It's up huge this year. I know that. Definitely time to pull back on that one, but I will, once it bases out, I will be looking at that. I mean, this thing is, wow. They're up 40%. I know at one point we're up Yeah, 35% on the year.
No, we can drop more. What's going on here? Gonna bounce already?
Give me my fill. I don't think I'm going to get it in. I am going to just cancel my order here in the YM. I don't really want both of these positions on into the close. I will just try to snipe the RTY.
Dude, this 10-point drop, or oh my God, it's not even 10 points. This 8-point drop in the Russell's what I've been wanting to see for the longest time.
Yeah, me too. So I can buy it.
I don't know if we get more.
Only one way to find out.
This is
I don't know
true.
though. I mean, we are going to be running into a time where I'm just like, there's no point in me taking this trade. Like, honestly, if it doesn't trade in the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to cancel the order because I'll have 20 minutes to the close and then I'll be running into Nvidia earnings after that.
We can get to 330s. I like that for NQ. What level do you have, Jack?
Honestly, I stopped doing analysis
Oh,
earlier
on
today.
NQ.
Yeah.
I have
I'm taking a
345.
look at it. Well, I ideally, if I were to pick one level to buy, it would be basically the open of the day, 25,171. So if we don't, I mean, and I could see us like maybe wicking down there, but I'm not gonna. I might trade the Asian session depending on how we kind of end up. Like if it is a nothing burger, but like with a lot of volatility where we just like zip back and forth 100 points and kind of settle out, I actually prefer that because I'll have a better feeling for the structure as opposed to if we like, gap up 150. It's gonna be harder for me to like have a good feeling on the structure. But if we can have a nothing burger, but just like a big old gyration of range and like settle between like, honestly, if we settle 5 o'clock within 100 points of the close, I'll be happy. Anything more than that, it's just going to kind of stretch the market out from what I'm anticipating. So if we are within 100 points of wherever we close 4 o'clock by the time the final close happens, I'll be looking for trades in the Asia session. I did go through the watch list exploring CME, but I can do it again. I can kind of just so Salma dropped the watch list. Link is in the chat. For those of you guys who weren't here earlier, first thing I need you to do is if you're new to this channel, make sure you are subscribed to NinjaTrader Live. Otherwise, I get fired. And make sure you like the channel. But on top of that, little ad. So the list with Salma put in Trading View for you guys. Thank you to her. But basically what I do is I look at the percentage change of the day, the 5-day, and the 20-day. And I'll go over that again. So like over the last 20 days, the best performing market is the NKD or the Japanese futures market, the Japanese 225. It's like, their version of, I guess, the S&P. The worst performing market over the last 20 days is Bitcoin. Now, flip that. The best performing market today is, I believe, Bitcoin that I watch out of that watch list. So Bitcoin, that's an interesting thing to me. So if Bitcoin's the worst performer over the last 20 days and the best performer today, I'm going to have Bitcoin on my watch list for a potential bottom. I also just keep in the back of my head, like when things are moving, where they are. So, if you're looking at them every day, you're going to kind of get used to like the ranges and how different products trade, even if you don't trade them. Bitcoin runs a lot harder. Bitcoin's a great trending market. The fact that Bitcoin, once again, is down the most out of that watch list of the last 20 days, but up the most here today tells me there's a good chance that we may be coming into a reversal. So I'm going to gravitate towards Bitcoin longs tomorrow. based on that information. So I'm scanning my watch list on a 20-day and 5-day percentage change basis, as well as the current day, and just keeping an eye on what's strong, what's weak, is anything changing? And then just scrolling through those charts, this dead time that we have, you know, where I've been sitting with a limit order now for literally 2.5 hours, actually longer than that. And it's finally trading.
You got filled?
No, I mean, I'm close.
I think that
What's
was
your
the move lower for NQ and ES. They're back up.
I'm 64-1. I'm gonna they're gonna put a bottom in the market here. I wish I had more time to stay in this, but I'm obviously not gonna probably get a new high of the day here, but we'll see what a reaction is. The 5-minute ATR is it's about 3 points, which is basically nothing. All right, I'll give it to this 5-minute bar, and then honestly, otherwise, it'll just wick at close, which I don't really know if I need to do that.
Yeah, I didn't get. I mean, that's not a pullback in NQ. That was just like a blip.
They're afraid to fill me.
literally everything is pushing except the Russell.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, it wicked.
5 ticks. 4 ticks for my entry.
It basically pushed off of the weekly open. Damn, NQ's about to put in new highs. Wow, it just did.
Don't short it. It's my only advice. You can just limit like any silly support level here today that's an ATR below.
Dude, this is one of those days where the 90 MA works great. And we've just been grinding higher.
They are interested in buying.
It's been cleaner though on ES and Q.
That was an NQ, a failed breakdown of the IB high. Peaked right below it and then immediately back up. I don't think there's going to be a pullback deep enough for me.
I came close. This is a level I'd maybe look at in the after hours too here, but I don't know. I don't really like the amount of time we have left, and I don't have a fill. So it's like, here's the thing I feel about end of day trades. So like my targets would be new highs, and I'm not going to have enough time to put this, like this could still be a risk one to make one, but that's not a really great risk to reward profile. I could take it with basically that, but like ideally I like a 1 to 2 minimum, and we're running out of time to get that 1 to 2 minimum. So even if I still believe in the trade thesis, I still believe in the level, there's no reason for me not to. It reduces my R multiple when I'm forced to exit the position by a certain time. So with that being said, I'm canceling the trade. We don't have enough time left.
It's unfortunate.
I tried. I sat there. That was a good level. I mean, we've moved four ticks from it so far, but gotta manage risk. You know, if you're not going to get the payday you want to see for the risk, you know, there's the trades. Just market's going to be open tomorrow. You got to be patient enough to wait for the setups. You got to be disciplined enough to cancel your orders when it's not there, to not force trades. I mean, Salma said it when I got on. If I didn't have positions, she wasn't doing nothing. Now, Salma lied. She did do something.
Yeah, I lied. Should have
She
listened to
lied.
myself though. Damn it.
But yeah, I think this is the first time I've been on stream and not had a position or taken a position.
So note to self, next time Jack comes on and he's flat, stay flat with him. Remember that, chat.
Few.
Yeah, few.
I would have, I mean, if I honestly, I hit those morning moves. So if I didn't, I probably would have been a little more aggressive with these high and tight buys, but those still aren't great trades. But you still got to trade the market that's in front of you. I just not eager to do that right now. Trade this market in front of me. Now, if this is the market every day, I could trade it, but I can still wait for better setups. But with that being said, guys, appreciate you all being here, staying tuned into the end of the day as we await Nvidia, the Goliath, to report the earnings. And
yeah, thanks, guys.
hopefully breaking out higher. Appreciate all your support. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the subscribes. I'm doing Jim's job now.
Yeah, you guys are the true troopers. We're 800 here. We got to 350 likes. Uranium pulling back. Are you being for real, Phantom, or joking?
It is very easy though on days like today to just tilt, force trades, blow your account. Phantom, for your sake though, I do hope you're joking.
Gotta be disciplined. The market does not reward average behavior. You want to play, you got to play in the big leagues. You got to do what other people are not willing to do. You got to become a better version of yourself.
Better.
Be better. Get rich or die trying.
Wait, so how do you guys know each other? Have you guys met? Because you guys are both in different states, right?
Not in real life.
Just
Oh, okay, so you guys are just internet friends.
Yeah, we met on AOL. He's like
You've got mail.
ASL. I don't even think she knows what that is.
Excuse me, I have an AOL account. I've said that on stream before.
What does ASL mean?
Actually, that I don't know.
Yes, that
What
was like
is
a
ASL?
big chat group back like early 2000s.
Yeah, no, I made it into the Uvu and the AOL. You guys remember Uvu?
No.
The OOVOO was like the first, like
Are you talking
the
about Drake?
video.
Like
No. It
Oh,
was like
video.
what Skype Skype came out after, I think, and
No,
took
we had
over. But it was
MySpace.
just, yeah, see, I never had a
Ah,
MySpace account.
Chris is on my top 8.
For sure.
Wait, so how do you guys know each other?
From Instagram.
I was on this show in 2012, and I think Chris and I met after that. So
Oh, damn. So you guys
yeah,
have known each other for years.
yeah. I was on a show
Tasty
called
Trade.
Tasty Trade, which is the last time I was on a show until my recent appearance. I've been taking a break from fame. That's how long I've
You're
been.
now in your streamer
How
era.
old were you in 2012? Not that I want that to be a creepy answer, but
I was 11.
okay. You might have been watching me.
Attention traders, it's algo time.
I was 11.
I was.
That's so
was 11.
cute. That's so cute.
I was in the 5th grade.
I remember my 5th grade. Great grade. I was a troublemaker.
Yo, middle school was so awesome.
Those are the glory days. Actually, in 5th grade, I entered my first trading competition back when they used to give you the newspapers. I don't know if you guys ever had those in schools, and and then you'd pick stocks based on the ticker symbols in the newspapers, because this is like really before like the internet was a thing. At least when I was in 5th grade. I mean, the internet was invented, but like nobody really had like their own computer.
I don't remember anything like that.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, well, maybe it was just at my school, but yeah, if you like, you got like in my school, we got together in like groups of like 4 people, and then like basically it's like any group project, one person just leads it. And yeah, we'd get the newspaper every day, and we would pick our stocks out of the newspaper, and you got to you had like $100,000 of like fake money. That was like the first time I've ever like thought about investing, I guess, and I guess I was 11 years old.
That's crazy. When I was 11, 5th grade, I thought I was going to be a cop. I was going to be a detective. Don't
Oh.
ask me why.
You have total cop vibes.
I think I do actually. Yeah. Maybe in another life.
Are you strapped?
No, I've actually thought about it though. I would do that. I mean, but Jersey's pretty strict. Pretty strict.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got about 5 minutes till Jim comes on, tells us we did a great job.
But not really. We didn't though.
I think we did a good
Oh,
job of doing nothing, to be honest.
This is okay, fair. True.
No losers. Had we forced trades and like been, I mean, I didn't want to overly get involved right now, but I will be back tomorrow morning. And then,
Yeah, I'll be back for a double session tomorrow. Midday and trade the close.
how often are you on the double sesh?
I think just Thursdays. And then
Okay.
if they need somebody to cover. Yeah. But just Thursdays.
Thursdays are good days.
Yep.
Dude, I honestly, Chris, when you said, "Oh, it's a happy Thursday" or whatever you said when we first got on, I was like, "Yes, tomorrow's Friday." Nope. We still got 2 more days. Yeah, Rob, actually, so like that whole thought of me wanting to be a cop carried over into high school. And the high school I went to was kind of like this like technical school, and so you get to choose like basically it's like college, so you get to choose like what do you want to major in. And so I obviously picked criminal justice, and that's what I studied for 4 years of high school. And I really did at one point want to be in law enforcement. And then yeah, I
Do you
guess
own
as
a
you
pair of
grow,
handcuffs?
no, but I think as you grow and like you evolve as a person, your interests kind of change. And yeah, when I went into college, I thought I was going to be a criminal justice major, but nope. Things change.
All right, let's see what we get for Nvidia here. We are short-term overbought, but like Jack said, we can remain overbought. If we gap up tomorrow, we'll probably have some sort of retracement at the open to correct the overnight gains.
I have YM at a key level here. I have a fibs drawn. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, we're at the midpoint of the month on the YM. See what we do here.
I'm
What, Jack?
I'm ready for Nvidia earnings. I was talking to myself.
I'm ready for
starting
the
to
market to
enter a
close.
state of psychosis of like staring at the market for so long. I'm actually just reviewing trades that I like could have taken if I was more aggressive that are like, I mean, within my framework, which there is some, but the thing is like, this is how like that type of tape is like, obviously you can recognize it and trade it. You basically can increase size, tighten up stops and trade smaller moves. I mean, my thesis was still long only. So I'm just kind of reviewing right now, like trades I could have taken, which is sometimes something I like to do. Like, even though I didn't, I don't think it's a great environment. I always think like, could I have done better? Was there a setup that I just didn't want to take because I don't like the overall way that the market is moving, which is also fine. I can still believe that too.
Well, it's a shame that we're coming into the close here, or else you could have walked us through that.
Yeah. Next time. Catch me tomorrow. Although tomorrow morning is going to be super rippy dippy, zippy. I'm scared of the NASDAQ in the first 5 minutes after Nvidia earnings.
Just wait for like the first 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, first 15 is like usually pretty good for me. But like, man, every time I'm like, man, wait 15 minutes, Jack, wait 15 minutes. And then I just like, no, I can't wait. And I just get in. I'm like, stupid.
It's where that discipline comes in.
Right.
Chris, when you're on Trade the Open, do you usually wait, or kind of just depends on like what you're seeing?
I mostly execute when prices at a location I've identified where I want to engage. That could be right before the open, at the open, right after. I'm more location dependent as a trader in futures.
I like that.
Regardless of time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, past couple weeks, I only trade the open on Mondays, and I feel like Mondays have been super crazy straight out the gate. So I've been just typically waiting for like the first 30 minutes or so, get the data out of the way, get the 4 hour to close, and then I'll be able to assess. But yeah. Thanks, Cooper.
Great job, you guys.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Guys, we should start doing an over under like what do we think Jim's gonna say when he first gets on the stream?
Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what I really think after we're done broadcasting.
All right, cool. Can't wait to hear this.
No, I'm joking. But there's like no profit taking here at the end of the day, folks. This is all pure upward pressure.
Just get pinned into the close.
Jim, you have some calls for Nvidia, or how's that looking?
I don't know. I agree with Jack. I'm like scared of it. So I'm stepping away. I have no action on Nvidia itself, and I'm flat stock index futures going
Oh,
into
Nvidia's
this.
selling off right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm
There's
proud
a
of you,
leak.
Jim.
There's a leak.
It's
I don't
probably
know.
what all of X is saying right now.
Yeah, but as Craig said this morning, it is the Super Bowl of announcements. Although we do it 4 times a year. It's a Super Bowl 4 times a year.
I like that.
Yeah.
Gonna be a halftime show in the middle.
It's like a pre-show until I think 4:20 is when it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, 420.
Yeah, not sure why they picked that number, but
I do. I know why.
of course you do.
Jack.
What are you trying to say?
I think the glasses give it away.
I actually don't even smoke weed, to be honest. I will rip a gummy to go to bed now and then, but
Bro, what is happening?
All right.
I'm just getting accused of being first of all, it's legal where I live, so let's just be clear.
So family show.
We're
You're
breaking new
talking about the
ground here on
glasses
NinjaTrader
for
Live.
another reason.
Oh my goodness.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, crazy strong, crazy strong. And
All right,
bonds are
fine, I'll take
sticky
them off.
too. Bonds are still up around 118 handle. By the way, it's rollover in bonds, guys, so we're getting into June.
By the way, these are actually blue blockers.
Are they really?
Yeah. I just realized that when I took them off and my screens look all weird.
There is the bell, folks. Closing,
Thank goodness. Thank
Closing-
God.
closing near
Just
the
close the
highs.
market already.
Wow, fantastic.
Thank God.
Well, what a great day today. Appreciate you guys as usual. Let's give these young traders a round of applause, everybody.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, I want to remind everybody tomorrow's schedule is also going to be awesome. We are going to keep moving. 8 a.m. start time. We do have a special guest tomorrow. By the way, Maggie Lake will be back with us tomorrow. Our special guest, Carly Garner. Carly's been like a commodity broker, an analyst for many, many years. She's wicked smart and has got some great insights into just about any market you could think of. So we're lucky to have her as a special guest tomorrow. We have Tape Talk with the one and only Farm. We have Trade the Open with Jack Gleason's coming back with Nick for a Tick to trade the open. Midday markets. Salma's coming back with the Stowe 42.
Yes, sir. That's
All
my
right.
first stream with Stowe.
Oh, you'll have fun.
Excited.
He's a conversationalist. And then to say the least. And then trade the close, we have Joey Trades 1. What's that? Hang on, let me ask you that. What is that? Joey Trades 1. It was Joey Trades taken?
I don't know.
Does anybody
know.
know?
But you always tag the wrong
Really?
Who,
yeah, you always tag the wrong account when you do
That's
your tweets.
hilarious.
who I do?
Yeah. Let me see. Wait, let me see if you tag the right one this time. Yeah, you always tag the wrong page. It's Joey Trades 11, I think.
I got Joey Fernandez up there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna fix that post, everybody.
You've been doing that for a
Bro,
couple
like I never
weeks.
get notified by Jim.
Oh my goodness. Well, Salma's gonna be back, trade the close with Joey and XYZ. So we have a fantastic lineup tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. Getting close to the end of the month, I think, right? We're getting close to the end of the month. So having said all that, most important message of the day, folks, seriously though, be safe out there, be good to each other. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Take care, guys.